This is the artist Megan Munro, who has created all the artworks in the exhibition Out of the Shadows. I'm making this YouTube clip to be able to provide an audio description to help make my exhibition more accessible. I am not audio trained, however I am the artist and I'm hoping that I can do this well enough to assist you. The audio description that I'm doing, this audio description is for the artwork Inspiration Porn. This is a digital drawing. It is on a portrait orientation. It is printed on an A2 piece of paper. The main colours in this image are, it's brightly coloured, it has a central figure and the colours are blue and red and black. The background has lots of colours in it, which is mostly green, a bit of orange, pink and purple and black. Central to this image is a person posing with their arms sort of clenched, their hands clenched and their arms raised, sort of level with their head, and they are dressed in a Spider-Man superhero costume. The image itself is almost cartoon-like in style or pop art in style, so big blocks of bright colour. So yeah, the person, which is actually me, while I was on stage performing, I was wearing a Spider-Man outfit. It's me performing and I've got my hands sort of above my head. I'm looking in the right direction. So my face in this is a creamy colours, a brown and lighter brown hair. You can see that I've got makeup on, even though the image itself doesn't have a lot of detail in it. So the Spider-Man outfit is blue and red. It's got a big black spider on the chest. In the background of this is all of these shapes, which are elongated, sort of long, sort of think of like capsules, medication capsules or something like that. They're sort of about that shape and they're quite big. They are sprinkled all through the background and they are green, orange, some are pink, some are purple, and then around that is black. Around the actual edge of the main character in it is all of these squiggly lines. The lines are going into the shapes in the background, sort of blending into them. And this drawing is called Inspiration Porn. I did this performance where I was dressed as a Spider-Man in a Spider-Man outfit. I had my rollator on the stage with me, and in the background they were reading out my biography, and also then they went on to read out a little bit of information about Stella Young, and Stella Young coining the phrase inspiration porn, and that inspiration porn is basically images mostly of disabled people doing ordinary everyday things. And she did this famous TED talk where she coined the phrase inspiration porn. She was in a classroom teaching high school, I think it was a high school class, and she's a wheelchair user, and one of the students just asked her, when are you going to do something inspirational? And it occurred to her that that's what they were expecting, because she's a wheelchair user, and it was kind of like able-bodied people expecting disabled people to be inspirational. And a lot of the time it's not for anything amazing. It's just for doing everyday things. It's actually very ableist and quite patronising to the disabled person. So I was dressed in this Superman costume, and bits of stuff was read out about Stella Young and inspiration porn, and also the phrases like differently abled and diffability and special needs, and how all of these words are actually words that non-disabled people use to describe us because they are incredibly uncomfortable with calling us disabled, even if we own that word and claim it as a part of our identity and that it's central to our identity. And even if we ask just to be referred to as disabled, a lot of people are uncomfortable with it because able-bodied people cannot see, they don't understand. They see us as being broken as opposed to the medical model. So that's what this drawing is about, and where the image comes from me performing. The actual shapes in the background are gut bacteria because I have a lot of trouble with my gut. So whilst I can occasionally get up on the stage and perform, my health problems are always there. I'm actually disabled by people's attitudes, systems, and whatnot, and go with the social model of disability as opposed to the medical model. End of image description.